Well, hello. All right, so I'm opening up the chat. When you find me, it's been a bit and there's been some stuff. We're going to talk about light body code activation and how to have it happen and what it is and what it feels like and how to move through it today. But we've been having some tech issues. We had to revamp a couple of things here within the structures and the passwords and all that stuff. So I don't even know where this is going live right now. So I'm really hoping that it is actually live where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to see who shows up. I'm going to check my phone to see if it's actually live on Facebook. But when you find me, please let me know you are here. Send some love my way because we could use it. And let me know what platform you're on so that way I know if it's working or not. Hi, Lisa. Mwah. So much love. Oh, my goodness. All right. We've got some people on YouTube. Do we have anybody on Facebook? Did it work? Hello, hello. Give me a second here to check to see where we are actually live and where we are not live. Okay, I think we're on Facebook too. So watching from YouTube. I see the YouTubers. I'm not seeing the Facebook. We're using what? I don't know what it's called. Restream. So I just had to change all the passwords on everything for reasons we shall not talk about today. But that's what we were going through last year oh my effing God. Last week, there was too many tech issues and I couldn't get it to work. So I love that there's so many YouTubers here. It's amazing. And I think I can see myself on Facebook. So let's just go for it and find out what happens, shall we? Cool beans. All right. I'm actually a little bit nervous that it's not because normally there's like a few hundred people by now. And I'm only seeing my YouTube followers. I love you guys. Thank you for all of the love and all of the hearts. Amazing. All right. Let me move through this. It looks like I'm up. Let's just go for it, shall we? Okay. A little bit on the spicy side today, but also in a tremendous amount of love today. So I'm going to be just as surprised as we all are about what comes out of my mouth because I literally don't know what vibe I'm in right now. I'm in a whole lot of things. We've had some massive energy shifts. We're coming into the energy of June, which is going to be substantial. June is like shoving us forward, and May has been all about that Pluto retrograde really hitting us. See, I'm doing good with words. It is all about like what you are is what you are projecting. Hardcore. And we're looking through our own lens really hard. So I'll say this spicy piece based on the experience that I just had to move through. Everyone is having their truth come to the surface and is looking through that energy and taking it and whipping it at people right now. So if you are love, you're whipping love everywhere you go. And if you have your own bullshit that you have not healed and your own whatever going on, you're going to become a little bit of a troll, whether that's with the people in your house or through media or whatever that looks like for you. You're going to start projecting that like mad. And I have definitely seen that. So that's been a really wild thing. May has also been about what just saw your face. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. May has also been about saying goodbye to things that are not in alignment with you and how you choose to move through that. So here's where I'm going to be the spicy bitch that I can be. How you choose to move through the closing of the door is a complete reflection of you. So if you are projecting onto people, you should probably go look in the mirror. If you're up in arms and really pissed off at someone over something, go look in the fucking mirror. It's a you thing. It is not the person you're projecting onto in any way whatsoever. So we've got big ass energy. The weekly energy forecast that we do, so I have that membership. You guys know this week is all been bye. Just that. Bye. And you will know where you're standing with when, yay, you'll know where you're standing with on how you're feeling If you're feeling up in arms, if you're feeling raging, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling insecure, if you are feeling any heavy emotion, it is your isness, your consciousness moving through your ego self asking to be healed. So please get clear on what you are feeling, because what you are feeling within yourself is what wants to be healed within you. That is the only way you are going to truly ascend. So we do have, as we're moving through now into next week, I've already recorded next week's energy forecast. It is sticky. It's opportunity to be fucking phenomenal and to lift through a lot of things in your life and really level up into more ease and a path of less resistance. But there's this stickiness of, if you are not looking in the mirror, if you're not reevaluating yourself, if you are not working on your belief structure, the things that have been holding you back in your subconscious, you're going to be caught in a little bit of turmoil and a little bit of a whirlwind. So it's really important right now, always, but right now, to be looking at what belief structure within myself has been holding me back. How can I alleviate this? How can I move through this? How can I heal this? Okay, so I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that as we move through this. I'm going to harp at you about healing the beliefs that are holding you back. Oh my God, please, for the love of God, do it. So there's that. From Kentucky, hi, Ashley. I want to play a little bit. So we did the last live I did. I don't know what word to use. Well, we did readings or answering of questions, and then we got a whole bunch of other people who think they do the same thing jumping in the comments and offering free readings. So I'm going to shut down something really hard right now. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Sammy. I will never, ever, ever reach out to someone and offer something in exchange for a donation. My integrity is way too high for that. So please shut down the scammers, because we got inundated with emails being like, is this Dime? And there's a lot of fake Dime pages out there that are trying to get their donations and offer you some bullshit fucking card session, something. So please shut down the scammers. And with discernment, I will never reach out to someone and do that. So it's not me. It's a whole lot of fuckery instead. So I just need you guys to know that. So I've got some time to play. I do want to talk about the light body code activation. I want to talk about the ascension symptoms. So in the comments, hi from Arizona. In the comments, what are the symptoms you're going through? Because there's some definitive phases that we are having happening right now. And the ascension symptoms are a little odd. Like mine are a little odd right now. So I'm really curious as to what you guys are experiencing and feeling. And let's kind of see if we're on the same page, number one. Number two, if we could just normalize the disharmony that we're experiencing and be like, yeah, okay, cool. That happened. I knew it was a scam. Thank you for shutting that down, Cindy. Yeah, they get all up in here like fire. I had to go and block some people. It was super fun. Wasting my time. Hi, Irma. Oh, I was thinking about you the other day. Okay, so we've got migraines as a symptom. Yep, I'm hearing that. Anxiety out the ass. Feeling that too. Right ear ringing. Okay. I'm going to take some notes here. Bonnie, I was thinking about you this morning. Hello, love. Okay, so there's some definitive things that I want to talk to. So keep throwing it. We've got anxiety. We've got emotional. Anybody having midlife crisis? Anybody having identity crisis? We've definitely had a lot of that, or I've seen a lot of that. I'm not experiencing it, but a lot of my students are experiencing that. Okay, melancholy. Yep. Blurry eyes, dizzy, upper back pain. Ash, welcome to full life. Nauseated. Oh, Bonnie, that tends to be your one. That's crazy. Sinus infection, anxiety out of nowhere. So many people are getting anxiousness, right? This is wild. Someone very, very, very close to me has a sinus infection that's definitely going through the ascension. Lightheadedness, fatigue. Oof, right? Okay. Here's what I'm seeing all of this with my students across the board. So there's extensive amount of deja vu, like the weird kind and it's a loop of deja vu. I shared this with you last time where I was just like, I don't know what I'm feeling, like, oh my gosh. So extensive deja vu. We are getting a lot of ringing of the ears. I literally was out in the yard last week So I think it was Friday. No, it would have been Thursday last week, so a week ago, out in my yard, and my ears started ringing so intently that I actually questioned if it was an exterior noise that just wasn't shutting down. And it was like, it took over so much that my eyes started like rumbling. Like that, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like my eyes started like rumbling and watering. And I was like, what is going on? And eye twitches. I just got an eye twitch as I did that. Um, the bruised eyeballs was the second thing I was going to talk about. My actual eyeballs, emotional whiplash. Oh, Sammy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, so I love when people get in the comments and start offering advice. Like, wow, okay, cool. It's different for everybody. Not everybody has the same solution, but cool, you do you. Bruised eyeballs. I'm such an asshole. Sorry. Didn't mean to be that way. But your eyeballs, like tender, tender eyeballs. We're getting like this lightheadedness, waves of overwhelming gratitude, overwhelming love. Ego death again this week. Please don't make me pick on you right now. Ego death this week. We're going to put that down as a note to talk about that. Okay. You're going to get some lessons handed to you, my loves, in the most loving way that I possibly can. Sore eyes. So everybody's feeling a lot of the same things. Okay. Let's stop sharing eye twitching too. Same thing. Okay. So now we're going to put the symptoms aside. We're going to talk about what's really going on and what to do with it. So I am very spicy today. Okay. Give me a minute to ground. Let's end that. When we're moving through ascension symptoms, they are very unique to the individual, but there are some common ones because we're absorbing the energy. We had a lot of solar flares happen that have the CMEs have been off the charts. They've been smaller flares, but there was consistent. I think there's 5 of them, 5 predominant ones that moved through and really impact us. The energy of the solar flare actually impacts your electromagnetic field. Your electromagnetic field radiates from the heart around your body. It's your aura, it's your vortex, your electromagnetic field, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So the energy in your electromagnetic field is being shifted the same way Gaia's is and everything involved. And then that energy is moving through you. So you're having a different energy than what you've been residing in moving through you. And it will throw you into a little bit of upheaval. I don't personally believe, think, whatever, that you can just simply put your feet on the ground and be like, namaste, everything's fine, I'm grounding. And I don't think that you're doing anything wrong if you're having extensive ascension symptoms. I don't think that you're doing anything right if you're having extensive ascension symptoms. It does not mean that you are more spiritual than someone else. It does not mean that you are less spiritual than someone else. It is simply an experience of how energy is moving through you and an energy that you're not used to. It's kind of radiation poisoning. Just going to throw that out there. So it's a different radiation that we're experiencing. And because it's shifting everything on this planet, if you're moving through the light code body activation, which so many of you are going to get up in my MF comments here and be like, oh my God, I'm already in my light code body, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. But I just want to share with you how you're moving through it. And it doesn't make you more spiritual. So don't be a showboat. So there's that. Okay, back to. So we do have a lot of radiation on our planet. The solar flares are a form of radiation. It's just a different energy that we're not used to. This doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just different. It's going to cause a little bit of disharmony in the body. It's going to throw you a little bit off kilter. It's okay. If you're focusing on the ascension symptoms, part 1 being, look at how spiritual I am, I have ascension symptoms, or oh my God, am I doing something wrong that I'm experiencing all this disharmony? You're missing the boat. Like, don't waste your time with that. You're simply having energy move through you. That's it. Number 1. Number 2, if you're focused on the disharmony and you're broadcasting it all over the world and you're holding on to it, you're going to accelerate it. Your body will do what you tell it to do. So as you're experiencing these symptoms, these transitions in how you adapt to the energy, and you will regulate at some point. It's a big ass energy. It's a lot of heavy energy. And as you're feeling it, your body just needs to adapt. So it's a new energy to your electromagnetic field. Your body will regulate and you will move out of that particular symptom. But if you're holding on to it and you're being like, oh my God, I'm not sleeping. Oh my God, I'm so exhausted. Oh my God, my ears are ringing. Oh my God, the pain. Oh, my backache, blah, blah, blah. Then you're telling your body, let's keep doing that. So I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to hold on to the disharmony. And I certainly do not want you to hold on to you're doing something right or wrong by experiencing it. It's simply energy. That's all. Okay. So I really, really want you to take that, please. It doesn't mean that you're better or less or any of those things. Okay. It's just an adjustment. It's like, I'm in Canada, right? So we have really big winter. I'm in Ontario, Canada. We have really big winter. So if I'm in my house and it's all toasty warm, and then I go outside and it's effing freezing, my body's going to take a little bit of time to adjust to the cold. And that's all it is. Okay. All right. I just was what you're going to say about ego death. I love that. Okay. It's just a bad term for releasing parts of me that aren't authentic and humbling. Perfect. I love that. Beautiful. Okay, let's take that off my list then. So good. I've been extremely grateful and being mindful of the pain that I'm going through. Okay, good. Not that you're going through the pain, but that you're being mindful. It's beautiful. Overwhelming amounts of love, right? Right? I'm in such a high vibe of love and how do you put it? Like, I went outside. When you go through this journey, we go through, am I crazy? We go through questioning our intentions. Which is beautiful. We go through, like the thing that I go through a lot is, am I doing enough? Am I really truly offering enough? Am I being enough for the world? That's my childhood shit coming through of like, am I enough? But it's different now in I desire so badly to help people understand that it doesn't have to hurt because I hurt for so long. And so I move through these waves of, am I the ache to help people not hurt, the ache to help people not project their bullshit onto other people, the ache to help people move through the disharmony in their worlds to land in it can be so beautiful because that was my journey. I am a woman who, like, as a young adult and a child, my first time that I wanted to not be here was 8 years old, and I had tried to not be here anymore. And that continued on and off throughout my journey. And now I'm in a space where I don't want to ever go. I love the human experience so much. And I never thought I would ever say that. I used to, even 4 years ago, be like, being in these damn meat suits is so heavy. Like, it's so stupid. Da, 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 humans are dumb. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I was really in that phase. And I ache for people to experience how beautiful it can be. So you're going to have these moments where you get a little overwhelming with, one, how can I be of more service to humanity? Two, holy shit, this is so good. And today's one of those days where even though it can be pretty spicy, I'm feeling like just this, oh God, I love my life. I am love. It's like, I can't even put words to it. It's just love. Like, I'm just like, love. Sitting in my backyard for a couple of minutes between calls being like, how is it this beautiful? Like, how? And so we're going to be experiencing a lot of that as we move into June, which is why I want to talk about the light body code activation, because that's what's kind of happening for some of us, not all of us. It's available for all of us, but it's whether you choose it or not. So yeah, it's been topsy-turvy, May. It's been doors closing. It's been ascension symptoms. It's been a lot of inner questioning, a lot of reflection. I really desire for most of you to have been in the reflection state of where I'm at today of like, okay, I love so much. I am love. I am the vibration of love. I just wish the world could feel what I'm feeling in this moment because everybody deserves that. So you're going to have that. And that's what June is mostly about if you walk that path. And so with the light body code activation, you've got to choose that path. And it's not about being fake. It's not about being, ignorant to the disharmony or fake toxic positivity or fake it till you make it or namasteing, love and lighting or any of that stuff. That stuff isn't actually useful. It's about, can I honor my journey? Can I honor my challenges? Can I honor the things in front of me that I'm learning to evolve through, that I'm learning to grow through, that I'm discovering what not to do in order to understand what to do and how to truly reside in love. I actually had someone the other day told me that I use that word as a manipulation tactic. And I was like, well, I'm sorry that you're not that vibration, but I actually do love. I am spicy because I love. I get spicy because it's like that tough love. I like, don't be a dumbass, because I was a dumbass for so long and I don't want that for you. So brief moments of love that you can't describe, right? It's like this overwhelming. And for those of you that aren't experiencing it, doesn't mean you're not there. It's okay. And I'm not saying it to be like, oh, it's the human experience is a discovery process of what do I desire to experience? And if I desire to experience what has happened to me or what I've perceived to be in the past, how do I restructure that within myself? Okay. So we're going to go into limiting beliefs in a couple of minutes here. And we're going to go into when you move through the light body code activation. So you're going to get a few attunements. You're going to get an activation, which is undeniable, let me tell you. And then you're going to get a restructuring of yourself through it. Like your mental body, your ego self totally restructure itself. And then as that happens, those that are faking it until they make it are going to reflect to you and project onto you everything that they are. It's very interesting. And you're going to be looking at the world through a very different lens. So leading into it, what do these activations feel like? We did having moments of contentment and neutrality, which that's huge. Neutrality is truly where it's at. And we have the spike of love, and then we have the spike of questioning. And then it's like neutrality, or the word I prefer is acceptance of. It is what it is. That's the most beautiful thing. And if someone would have told me that contentment is a good vibe when I was in my 30s, I would have been like, I'm not content. Like, there's so much to do. So I would have struggled with that a little bit. But okay, so let's talk to what it feels like moving into the light body code activation, what it feels like moving through it, and what to do with it. Like, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, so we did an activation in the last galactic group, which was the beginning of May. We did a whole activation, but we're going to be doing an integration over the course of 6 weeks. It's only 3 sessions, so we're going to go bi-weekly in the galactic group. So it's May 29th, June 12th, June 26th, to really help you solidify the integration of the energy that's available for you. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of information on diving into what's holding you back and how to really move through that. So it's going to be a really intense 6 weeks. You're only going to work with me three times as a group, so the Galactic Ambassadors group. But we're really going to make some transition with this course. I'm really excited about it. It starts with really intense ascension symptoms and very specific ones. That's why I was asking. So it starts with a cycle of, in no particular order, it's different for all of us, but these will be some of, but maybe not all of the things. So crazy deja vu, a feeling like, when you have a deja vu moment and it's so bizarre that you can't actually be present, you're like, what is happening to me? You're going to get that in a loop that'll last for like an hour where you're like, what is going on? Like, why is this so weird? Yay, I'm so glad you're going to be there, Bonnie. You're going to get eyeball pain. Your actual eyeballs, as Lisa described, they feel bruised. They're like just achy. It's like the actual eyeball itself is a bit achy. You're going to have intense ringing of the ears, probably. That's a pretty common one, right? But then you're going to be getting a shift in your appetite. More so a high sugar craving. Like whatever that sugar or sweetness is for you, you're going to crave it like a mad person. I probably ate, I was going to say like 3 dozen cookies, but I'm pretty sure it's more than that. Not in a day, but like this cookie obsession. And I don't like sugar. I don't even like cookies. I could not get enough cookies as I was moving towards this activation. I had no idea what was going on with me. Like I was like, I wanted fruit. I wanted cookies. I was like, I wanted sweet cake for breakfast. Oh, I love cake for breakfast. Ice cream, right? Like we're aching for sugar. Now, there's a really particular reason why that we're aching for sugar, and it has to do with your DNA structure, because your DNA does shift with the light code body, but it's not what you think. You're not going to be all of a sudden this walking around light being, and we have no meat anymore on our bones, and no bones, and we're not dense, and we're vegan now all of a sudden, and we fuel off of the sun, and we don't need food. That's bullshit. That's not how it works. You may feel a drastic shift in your diet, like I can't handle meat at this moment. I'm not a judgy person towards being vegan or non-vegan or whatever. I'm not getting caught up in that. I believe that all energy knows exactly what it's coming here for, the way you knew what you're coming here for, and it is what it is. So, you do you, just don't preach it. Just do what's right for you, whether that's vegan, vegetarian, or a meat eater. It's your path. It's okay. It's okay. But right now I am having a little bit of a hard time with meat, which is normal for me in my ascension process. I've gone through full keto where I'm like meat, and I've been vegan, and I navigate that journey based on what my body needs. I move through all of that. So it's an individual path, right? Yeah, meat does smell different. It's the smell and the texture. It's the whole fucking thing. I can't chew it. But anyways, sugar cravings, right? See, we're doing it. So this is an indicator that you are moving into the light body code activation. So the light body code activation is not something that happens to you. The light body code activation is not your galactic family or your ascended masters or your dragon or anything like that being like, and action, like changing your energy. That's not how it works. Each human, each consciousness, each physical reality thing, anything within its survival mechanism and ego self has free will to choose what happens in their process. And you can think that you're choosing a light body code activation, but you're not choosing it in here. You're choosing it with how you hold on to your human pieces, how you hold on to. So that comment that you shared, I can't remember who said, I think it was Ariel. So it's not an ego death. It is an ego harmony. It is coming into harmony with your ego. You've heard me say it 100 times. Your ego is your human experience. It is a really cool thing. It's responsible for your dislikes and your likes, your preferences. It's responsible for how you perceive the world. It's responsible for your personality, for your everything, for how you want to present yourself in the world. Your personality. It's the personality piece to you. And we can't death ego, because then you're deathing your human experience. Deathing? You know what I mean? But it's coming into harmony with it, so that the wisdom, the isness that you are, the consciousness that you are, moves through the ego self in harmony and starts to operate in union, because unity is the whole reason we are here. We came here to create unity. We came here to discover the contrast, the opposite of it, to navigate into unity. That's what the ascension process is us coming together as a collective into unity. But first, you must be in unity between your ego self and your isness consciousness that you are. It is alarming how many people chose a very opposite path in May. It is alarming how many people were really like, I'm sixth dimensional consciousness and you are blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, no, you're not. Because if you have any form of judgment, 3D, 4D, cool, do you. If you're still in judgment, and that's what to say, you're going to have moments as a human where you're going to judge things, okay? That's okay. But if you're projecting your judgment, you're not there yet, my love. You're not. You still have some inner rage that you probably need to look at in the mirror and figure it out. So do that. For the light body code activation to happen, you absolutely are required to navigate the unhealed pieces within your human experience. That doesn't mean you have to be 100% healed, but when you have the light body code activation, this is the really cool part. You no longer operate off of your subconscious. No longer operate off of it. You operate off of the isness through the ego self. So yes, you're still human and you will have human reaction, but you are no longer operating off of all of those things. So there is a transition of, I don't even know how to word it, but almost as if your past is not yours anymore. Your inner child doesn't exist anymore. There is like a transition out of your subconscious into full operating from your isness, merged with your human experience, merged with your human self. Instead of functioning off of that old vibration, you become the vibration of unity within you. And then you navigate from there. You're still going to experience lack of unity, or see it, I guess. You're going to see the lack of unity, but you're not going to feel it. You're not going to experience it. And it is a wild ride. And there's a little bit of mourning that happens in letting go of it. So you're going to have your sugar cravings. You're going to have the ascension symptoms we talked about. And then you're going to go through a few days of deep despair with not understanding why. You're going to feel, I feel like I'm mourning something, or that I need a really good cry, but I don't understand why. And a lot of people in that are being like, oh, I'm feeling the energy of the collective. Well, possibly. Like, I mean, we're pretty fucked up. But it's something deep, deep within you that you're mourning. And it's like this untangling of an identity of what you were. The untangling of the identity of being that precious child, and now moving into, let's fucking get to work. Let's fucking get to work. And you are so clear on everything that you just become an insane observer. And you still have to do human things and make human decisions and set your boundaries and all of that. But you're just watching the world around you like, how do you not see this massive broken thing that you are projecting right now? How do you not see it? And you're just like, huh, there's that. And it takes a tremendous amount of awareness of being right here, right now, and not reflecting on what could be or what was. That habit starts to break, and you're looking at everyone, your partner, your children, your pets, your home, your plants, your coworkers, your social circle, the people in Walmart, oh God, and you're seeing them as a vortex of energy and what is going on with them instead of feeling it. And in one level, there's some apathy, some like, you do it, okay. because you don't feel it. You can't resonate with it. And the hard part about that is the people in your life who are still really working on some shit, you can't resonate. So I went through a whole week of like, what does being empathetic look like? What is sympathy? Like, how do I even respond to this? How do I support them? How do I be like, you feel like you're being fake because you're like, oh, they're there. Yes. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah. Because you're like, it's so simple. Why are you holding on to it, making it so big within yourself and so complicated within yourself? So it's a really weird feeling. And then you sort of like, and then you move back into, I love you, whether you hate me or not. Like, oh, that's sweet. Look at you projecting. Okay. What do you need from me right now? And you settle, and it's interesting. And then your physical body shifts quite a bit as well. And the biggest thing is your universal wisdom shifts, like the downloads that have been coming through. My mind's blown. My mind has already been blown 101 times with all of this journey, but it's like you're just looking at the world totally different. And I spent about a day seeing everything in like energetic code. I don't want you to jump to conclusions of like it's the Matrix, like the movie The Matrix. It's not like that, but you see like energetic waves before you see the physical. It's very bizarre. I don't know how to put it into words, but anyways, you're going to go through a lot of fucking changes, and it's available right now. Like it's like as Gaia elevates herself or ascends herself, like the meat that we are on, this is our mom, this is our mothership, if you will, our home base. And as she ascends and her energy ascends, everything on it is as well. And so it's not just happening to humans, it's happening to everything on here. Do you consider dreams as form of downloading, or is your subconscious coming through? Both. But let me put it like this, okay? That's a fucking great question. Let's play with that for a minute. And then I'm going to go up through the other comments. Then we'll go back to this conversation. I'm going to do an energy pull at the end, by the way. So dreams or your subconscious coming through. Your subconscious is isness. Do you want to see what I'm working on? Can I show you this without giving away the whole retreat that's coming up? Because I don't want to give it all away. Let's get a piece of paper and I'm going to draw you something. Ready for this? Want to play arts and crafts? My students know that I'm so good at this. It's amazing. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Very simple. This is not a booby, I promise. Very, very simple 101 version of this. Let's pretend, okay? This is your cell. In the core of each cell is a ball of light, which is light, consciousness, universal flow, God, whatever you want to call this, okay? So this is your cellular structure. You're made up of 40-something trillion of these, okay? Light body code activation is when this light, so this is the light, this is all your belief structure, okay? 95% of your thought, out of all of your thought, 95% of your thought is subconscious, meaning you're not hyper aware of what it is. Your subconscious belief structure creates your foundation of what your vibration is. And then the law of attraction, as you guys call it, the law of attraction, manifesting, whatever, that's just responding to the vibration, the predominant vibration of each one of your cells. Each one of your cells match each other, 100% match each other. So they're all identical, okay? The light body code activation is when that light, so much fun, arts and crafts, ready? Ta-da! Work of art. When that light expands and dominates and is the majority, when it's the majority of the cell, the light, the consciousness, because the subconscious is healed, hence why I preach about our program Divine Alignment. When you heal it, the light can expand, because thought is what puts creation into motion. Thought, belief, same thing, is in each one of your cells. This is the creator energy, the light consciousness energy, God energy, universe, whatever. So when it expands in your cell, you still have cellular structure, you still have meat, you still have thought, but you're not operating off of the predominant subconscious thought anymore. You are operating off of the consciousness that is expanded. It cannot expand if you have bullshit stories that you're holding on to because you had trauma or because you had rejection or because you don't understand what fucking vulnerability is. You cannot expand. You cannot have light body code activation, the moment, until your subconscious is healed. Is it fully healed? You can. It's a journey. It's one hell of a journey. Will you still have things in your life as a human that you're like, ooh, I don't really like that? Of course you will. That's a human experience. And most of humanity is dumb as fuck. So there's that. But that's what it is. It's when the light dominates. And it doesn't mean big changes to your body, although I am seeing physical change in my body. And so are a lot of my students that have had this as well. We're more so seeing change in our reality. And we're seeing people who have been pretending to be oh so holy all of a sudden become completely fucking unhinged and just explode everywhere. And you're like, oh, okay. Or we're seeing them have total fucking identity crisis and they don't know what to do. And they're moving into despair or anxiousness or anxiety. So it's going to give you an idea based on your symptoms where you're at in the scheme of things. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be rushed. So back to the question of dreams, downloading, or subconscious, it's both. Because you are the light. It's in your subconscious. The light is there. So your dreams, your subconscious coming forward is your isness uploading into the ego self saying, this is probably what we should heal in order to ascend. And downloads are when you're connected into everything that you are, as above, so below. As within, so without. It matches. It's equal. So for you to truly have the full experience of the ascension process in this activation, heal the fucking subconscious. Get it done. Get it fucking done. And boop. And you're going to have uploads and downloads, if we want to call it that. It's kind of the same thing because there's never anything exterior. You're connected into it and it's moving through the ego self. You are the isness moving through the ego self. So there's that. Okay. Puzzle piece to the downloads I've been getting for years. Yes. Ugh. Yes, that light is creation energy. Exactly. Fuck yeah, I love you're getting it. Yes, that explains a lot. Thank you for sharing. One question. How about almost numbness? Not sure if that makes sense. 100% it does. Apathy, numbness, that's a very normal part of this process. It happens quite a bit before. It's like a tipping point when I see apathy in someone who's like, I just don't go anything. That is a tipping point of what's the point? Which you're going to go through that in your awakening process. You are absolutely going to go through. I went through it pretty ragey. Like, what's the point? I hate humans. And then you move into like, it is what it is, because you embody the universal principle of relativity, meaning it is what it is. And so then you're like, well, there's actually no point. And there isn't. There is actually no point in any of it. There's no point. What there is on the other side of that is, okay, I am universal flow in motion experiencing the physical. What is the desired reality? And then you move into what makes me feel good. What makes me feel good is helping people move away from the despair, the loneliness, the isolation, the darkness, the depression, the desire to not be here, to take the shortcuts that I understand and stand over here and be like, oh my God, I'm the creator of my experience. And I prefer to do it with great people, not assholes, because I don't really want assholes being a creator in and around me. So, and that's just my preference. It's simply a preference. It is what it is. So there is no have to, need to, should, would, could, whatever. It's a choice. And there's no right or wrong. It's a fucking choice. So you can do that. So the empathy or the apathy, or the numbness, that's a phase as well. There's so many phases, right? So there's that. What else do I want to tell you about this? It won't happen. That's like, I have it in capital letters on my, like, talk about this. it doesn't happen to you or for you at all. It happens through you. So at any moment, and it can happen in a minute, it can happen in a year, over the course of a year, or the course of a couple of seconds, you have the ability to experience all that is the activations, the connections. It's already in you, darling. Everything is already there. It's always been there. And when I hear people talk about, oh, I'm waiting for my gifts to come in, it's already in there. And you're blocking it. You're not acknowledging it. You're searching for it. So you're looking outside of yourself when it's already in yourself. So you could just put that into motion. It's already there. It's always been there. It'll always be there. It'll never go away. You will have moments in the principle of rhythm where you experience highs and lows. You experience acceleration, you experience integration, acceleration, integration, acceleration, integration. But our ego self will be like, oh my God, I'm not connected. It's not happening. I'm out of money. I'm out of time. I don't have enough time. I'm not getting downloads. I don't feel connected. That's not it. It's just acceleration, integration, acceleration, integration. That's all. So in the quiet times, enjoy them. That's what you're meant to do. You had the ability the whole time. It's always there. It's always there. Is it normal to feel physically drained after a meditation? If you're getting, possibly, yeah. I mean, let me think of the right way to answer this. It can be if you're moving through a lot of things. It can be toxic, like taxing on the body. The whole thing that's happening are these activations, just the energy in your electromagnetic field is being altered and that light is expanding. You do have guides, you do have all of these beautiful things that'll work with you, but they won't do it for you. If I would have understood that way back when, I would have been sitting here a lot quicker, let me tell you, because I would go into meditations and feel hands on my body, feel energy on my body, have these visions of being like put onto, like I remember being put on a rose quartz bed. I got on a ship. Let's be crazy. I got on a ship. I went into this hole in a cave and there was like this jade throne and there was this rose quartz bed, like slab. And they picked me up out of the ship and they put me on this thing and they did all this energy healing. And then I went back. And then in one of the meditations, I went into the jade throne. And then I went back. And then I've been in a room that looked like a hospital room, but like an auditorium with all the seats. And that was like psychic surgery. And I was like, oh my God, it's happening. I don't have to do anything. And so, yeah, you will have support. But I didn't understand healing the subconscious at that point. I didn't understand that I had to heal the beliefs that were holding me back because that was my vibration of what I would receive over and over and over again. And that is the whole point of a belief structure, is it vibrates, you receive it. Vibrate, receive. Like that's how it works. So that happened. It's the law of vibration, law of attraction together, working together. So I didn't go in and really dive. I did like the inner child healing and the fluffy fun stuff. And I was love and light and it was good. And I grounded and I walked barefoot on Gaia and I let the sun kiss my forehead and I stargazed and I journaled around the full moon. And I was like, so amazing. I'll wait for the meditation. It's going to happen. And it didn't because my vibration wasn't in alignment with it. My vibration is my responsibility. Your vibration is your responsibility. And if you don't change the vibration of your belief structure, nothing's going to fucking change. You're just going to have a lot of cool experiences. And then if you're like the 4D people out there, you're going to have these amazing, cool experiences. And then you're going to get on TikTok and you're going to be like, look at how superior I am. And like, you know, if TikTok was a thing back then, I probably would have done that bullshit. It told the whole world that was around me. I was like, oh my God, like I had this and like da da da. But I didn't understand that my vibration was my responsibility. I just kept thinking that my guides were going to do it for me and that all of the things I was having was like my acceleration towards. And I like, man, if I was a spirit guide, I'd be smoking a pack of cigarettes a fucking day because I'd be like, stupid bitches, get it together. Like, stop holding yourself back. I'd be like, fuck, what's the point of working on this one again? Like, it would drive me mental, right? So it's your responsibility to understand this. And when you go in and you start to really do that deep dive into healing your subconscious, which is what our whole company is based off of. That is how I started. I started being the only person working on healing, like through the program Divine Alignment. And now I have an army of mentors across the world that are like, yeah, let's do this shit. Let's help people. Do it. It's your responsibility. And everything else is gonna happen for you, through you. It's so beautiful. But you have to be the one to change the vibration. And if you don't, nothing's going to change for you. How can your spirit guides help you? Haha, sorry for all the questions. I love the questions. This is a kind of a very multifaceted answer. So I'm going to give like the bitty piece just to save some time here because I've already been talking 50 fucking minutes. What? Okay. We have family. You have human family, right? We have energetic family. We have connection. You are literally everything, but that's a whole other conversation. So we have these connections that are in their own vibration. And it's a two-way street. When you get to this phase in your ascension process, you're healing them and guiding them. They're healing and guiding you. And it's a very mutual, loving connection and relationship and vibration exchange. But your guides, for lack of better words, your spirit guides, you got some people call them ascended masters. Just the people you're working with is all it is, okay? Your dragon realm, your fairies, whatever you're connected to, whatever you are existing in parallel timelines, okay? So your ascended guides or your ascended spirit guides or your dragon or whatever, there's a version of you in a parallel timeline working with that. And that energy is moving through the sacred flower of life because that is the matrix grid, okay? This is way too complicated to try and explain in a couple of minutes. So all those energies are moving through you. So your spirit guide energy is actually just another realm that you're connected to moving through this experience because energy is consistently in motion. It doesn't stop. It doesn't reside in one spot. So it's moving through you. So you're receiving connection, you're receiving healing. And part of the ascension process is to be able to tap into other realms. So as you are ascending, you will experience other realms. You will experience other energies, other frequencies, whether that's galactic as a starseed, whether that's dragon, whatever it be for you, or your spirit guides, right? Those are the closest ones to you. So you're going to get fueled energy between. And when you start to astral project or you start to remote view or you start to move between timelines, so do they. You all work in sync. So they can come into this timeline and they can heal you. You can move into that timeline and you can do healing with them or embody universal wisdom and bring it back into this timeline. So you'll get lots of participation as you evolve, but they're not able to take you anywhere. They're just able to support you. They're able to share energy with you. It's an exchange of energy. And the truth is, as one parallel timeline of you heals, it impacts everything else. So if you were the fucktard in the matrix of all the parallel yous, and you were the one who was like, what, love and light, I don't know, they're going to be like, because they're all done the healing and they're waiting on you. You're holding them back. So they'll be like, hey, yo, we're just going to come in your dream state here and set you straight because you're holding us back. So if you could catch up, that would be great. And that's sort of how it works because humans aren't the very smart one. Like, we're really dumb. We're really, really dumb. So hopefully that answered your question. Okay, let's go into an energy read. So what we want to, let's just see what comes through. Okay, so I'm going to connect into the energy of all that is. I want you to pick one or two. There's only two today. Let's pick one or two. You're welcome, Jenny. All right, let me know in the comments. Are you picking one or two? And let's have a little energy share about what to expect over the next little while. Interesting. All right, there's a little side note that we're going to get as well. So take what resonates. Not all of it is meant for you. We're working as a big collective here, so take what serves you. throw away the rest. Doesn't matter. Not everything is always for you, right? So you just have to use your discernment about what feels right. When I do these sessions, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit and be like, oh my God, love's coming in, like, you know, oh, you're not going to see me do that. I'm going to give you direction on what, as a collective, what energy wants you to know, what the isness, what consciousness, what's percolating through you. And we're very connected here. It's always a love fest here. We're very much in alignment together here. So you're going to see sort of like, okay, this is what we're moving through. But again, take what resonates, take what doesn't. There is an overlaying message as well, like this little side note. So I want to do this first, and then we're going to move through the energy of Lisa. Lisa, all I got was Mars and Jupiter. So that's effing hilarious based on the conversation we had earlier today. So there's that piece. And it's a number 3 and all about new beginnings. So I find that really funny. So that's just for that individual over there. But let's go into us as a collective, this overall theme. And they want to talk about June's energy. So when I say they, it's just the collective energy. We're going to be moving through a lot in June. June is very much a... I'm very cautious. I don't want to put you into fear because there's no such thing as fear. But the boat is at the dock and it's ready to go. Get on it or wait for the next one is the message. This is very much about propelling yourself forward in adventure, propelling yourself forward in claiming your energy and receiving your energy. And so, right, Karen? So it's funny that you picked 3, right, Ricky? I know as I was doing, it's like, oh, there's our third message. Anyways, so this is all about get on the fucking boat or stop pitching about where's the boat. Like there's going to be another one. It's totally fine. But there is massive forward movement, like forward momentum happening. It's very adventurous. It's very fulfilling. It's very divine purpose oriented. It's very ascension oriented. There is so much happening. And there's so much like going on a cruise ship, taking in the world, like, oh my God, coming back and being like, you have got to try this trip. That's what divine purpose is. And so the boat's ready to dock or ready to leave dock or whatever it's fucking called. And that's June's energy. It's like, go. For those that you've been taking our courses, you are well aware that that's what's happening and you've been preparing yourself for this. Hold on. It's going to be an amazing ride. Now, if you don't get on the boat, it's okay. You're going to have a opportunity in the energy to really move through what has been holding me back. And you're going to be feeling that. So if you've been avoiding doing that dive into self, baby, I love you. Hold on tight, get a box of tissues, get a journal, because it's going to hurt a bit. The energy for those of us that are really, truly ascending, you're either going to feel a lot of liberation, excitement because you're on the cruise ship, or you're going to be sitting at the dock being like, when is it my turn? Is the boat ever coming? Am I worthy? So your self-worth issues, your fears of being seen, your fears of vulnerability, all of the fears that are trying to allow this to happen are going to push to the surface. This light body code activation is in the motion of happening. It's happened for a lot of us. It's going to happen for a lot of us. That's why that whole course is taking you through the integration process of it. But when it wants to happen, it is like a balloon in a box of sand being blown up at rapid force, and the sand is pulsating. But if it's completely covered in sand, it's like it can't fully expand, right? So you're going to feel a shakeup. If you haven't gotten on the boat, you're going to feel a lot of shakeup. Honor it, celebrate it. It's a really good sign. It's going to feel really great. Celebrate it. It's okay. Move through it. Get your box of tissues. Get your cry in the bathtub playlist going. Get it out. Move it out of your body. A lot of us are also going to be feeling this ache for change, for transition. I literally said to about 4 people, I'm like, it's time for a new tattoo. Like, I want to like reinvent something, right? Like the newness. So we're going to have this ache for newness, this excitement for newness. So instead of doing that and being drastic and extra like I usually am, I just went and rearranged my bedroom. I was like, we'll just make this new. It's totally fine. So we have this ache for change. So you're going to be feeling a lot of that regardless. But that's a pretty good indicator that the expansion wants to happen, that this light code wants to happen. So there's that overall whatever view. Okay. Settle back in. That really excited me. Okay. We're going to go into number ones. Aw, you guys are doing great. Number ones is all about like brace yourself to feel. There's a little bit of a warning, but it's like, God, I'm happy. My heart's open. People are seeing my heart. It's so beautiful. This is wonderful. It's very whimsical. It's very like la la la, head in the clouds energy. It's very it's just like this trusting, the allowing, the I want to use the word surrender, but I don't really like that word. It's more of like a yeah, you're going to have some good vibes, guys. You're going to be tired though. So brace yourself if you're feeling a lot of fatigue. It just means that there's a lot of crown chakra stuff happening. There is some big energy moving up in here, and there's some big energy moving up through you. So really pay attention to the emotions, to the thoughts, to the little itty bitty thoughts that are moving from your inner being up into the ego self. Really pay attention to what wants to be healed. There's or what wants to be restructured, or your intuition that like that needs to go, that needs to stay, that needs to know how much I love it, that needs to get a big bye. Like really pay attention to it and learn how to voice what you need to as you're moving through, and not be projecting, but being like, actually, this is a hard boundary for me. I don't appreciate that. That's not something that I'm willing to receive. So you can take that energy elsewhere, or you can shift to match me on you. Or no response is a response. You can do that too, okay? So it's just really paying attention to what's moving through. You are definitely having a massive, beautiful shift in your foundation. I can't believe how loving and fluffy this is. I just felt so gross and cringy for a minute. I was like, I don't want to bullshit anyone. Like, what the actual? But it's so pretty. And you're having a rewrite in your foundation right now. So that rewrite can look like exhaustion. It can look like digestive concern, like discomfort, disharmony, whether that's like indigestion, bloating, or pooperoos. You might have some pooperoos going on, but there's just a little bit of a little like whoop shift going on with that. It also looks like a little bit of like stiffness in your muscle structure as well. So really like let go, relax on it, deep breathing, slow movement, lengthening, dancing, yoga, contemplation. Look at the world, ask yourself how you're perceiving things. Really, please, 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 please start to go, that's a reflection of me. So if you're like looking, like my backyard is a total sanctuary. So I was just like, oh, so pretty. Like that's a reflection of you. How you look at the world? Are you seeing the beauty? That's a reflection of you. Are you seeing the power? That's a reflection of you. Are you seeing challenges? That's a reflection of something in you. So really pay attention to that and expect this liberation to happen. And if we expect the liberation to happen, if you can conceive it, you can receive it. Just pay attention to the little things that are surfacing for you so that you're not slowing yourself down or holding on to unnecessary belief structures. There's so many sirens going off. Who has signs? That's a siren. Like, what is happening right now? I live in the middle of nowhere, and there is an endless amount of explosion of sirens happening right now. Is someone in this group? Sirens are their sign. Let's pay attention to that. If there is, please let me know, because there's probably something for you, and I need to connect in to know who it is. But holy shit, it's just like the whole time I was trying to deliver that message. Okay. Gorgeous energy. I'm really proud of you. It's really beautiful. Hi, Morgan. Aw, thank you for the love. Right back at ya. I'm sitting in the dock and feeling like I can't because dollars. I'm gonna do it though. You can do it. You're gonna do it. I hear sirens all the time. Do you? Because you live in the city, or because it's a sign for you? Sirens are a sign for me. Of course they are, Bex, because we're highly connected. Middle of nowhere. Okay. Look at how powerful a lot of you are. Look how connected we are. This is blowing my mind. All right, I'm going to come back to the sirens. I'm going to take a little note here and see what that actually is. But I want to go into number 2 because I've got it in hand and I'm connected into the energy. So we're going to go into that and then we're going to move into whatever sirens are. Okay, number 2s. Your message is a little bit similar, but a little bit different. So number 1's had a lot of like upper chakra shift. Number 2's lower. It's all about the lower chakras. So let's talk about symptoms, and then we're going to talk about what's happening with you. 1, please don't be so spicy. I'm feeling like number 2's are a little bit on the like defensive, a little bit on the unknowingly. Not because you want to, it's just an unknown thing that happens. But I feel like there's a little bit of warning on not being on the defense and actually hearing what's being offered to you. And I love that you're seeing 911. Ariel, it's like an emergency call, 911. Like maybe you're supposed to be doing something with this. I love it. Okay, back to number 2. So I can't look at the comments for a minute. There's this like, put the defenses down, put the sword down. You don't need to be in fight or flight trauma response. What is your trauma response? Are you leaning into that? Really being aware of really listening and looking at what's being offered to you. So when someone is offering something to you, are you receiving the love? Are you receiving the compliments? Are you receiving the confirmation? When someone's offering you a whole piss pot of emotion, what is it making you feel? It doesn't matter what their words are. It doesn't matter what their lens is. It doesn't matter what their projection is. That's them. They're just looking through their energy. But what is it making you feel? I just had someone go completely unhinged on me in the last little while. And it literally just made me go, oh, I was kind of waiting for that. Like, hopefully they feel their vulnerability soon. So it's like, it didn't hurt me at all. I was just like, okay, well, you really tried, but good words didn't hurt. So what is it making you feel? What are you experiencing through it? If you have your partner exploding and being like, you need to blah, 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 is it triggering you? Is it creating emotion in you? Then that's a you thing. You want to look at what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. Number 2 is really super important. Really super important, because that is how you're going to allow this integration of that light body take place. So that's the first message. Put all the defenses down if you're doing that. Now, the secondary message, if you're already through that and you're good and you're like, okay, I've got this, I'm taking it, it's all good. Then you're going to look at, how am I owning my power and what am I doing with my power? Do I know I'm meant for something and I'm just sitting here being like, cool? Or are you taking accountability for your gifts? Are you taking accountability for how you move through the world? Are you taking it as a responsibility? Are you taking your energy as a responsibility? One of the things that I'm hyper aware of, I will cancel a client call or a group call. And a lot of you in the group that work with me, I have done it to you, if I am not in the right vibration. If I cannot offer my highest vibration, I will say I need a timeout. Are you doing the same thing? What vibration are you offering in your home, in your workplace? Are you going to work and being like, I hate the 9 to 5, I can't wait to get out of here, and offering that bullshit to everything around you? Because your energy, what you're thinking, what you're feeling is radiating into your electromagnetic field. And you are a giant bubble against other bubbles, and you're sharing your energy and integrating your energy. I take mine super, super, super serious. I'm accountable to what I bring forward, and I'm aware of what I bring forward. I would never want to offer someone my the actual asshole within me, right? Like no one needs brown eye energy at all. I want to offer my truth, even if it's neutrality. That's a beautiful energy as well. So are you really truly offering it? Can you start to play with your energy on what am I bringing forward? Can you silently be the observer and radiate into your energetic field and stand in a group of people and watch their energy change? When the people in your life are like, oh my God, can you change your energy and watch them transition because you're fueling them with your energy? My ADHD, would you like to hear something interesting? And then I'm going to go back to this message. Leah, I love you. Leah does our shorts for us. Like she does all the shorts on our social media platforms. And I didn't realize what a dork I was. Like I know, and I'm totally okay with it. But she took all of my awkward moments and compiled them into a 33-second video of me doing things like I just did the and I laughed so hard that I actually had tears come down my face. And as I leaned back to do that and realized that I said brown eye, I was like, oh, fuck, she's going to do it again and put that into a video. You're welcome for me being such an extra weirdo. So I just had a moment. I just found it very entertaining. And I was like, well, that's going to be going back to the message. Okay, what energy are you offering? So play with your energy and look at how big can you make your electromagnetic field, how and play with it to the good and the bad, not the bad, but like go into judgment. Go see how powerful you are. Go public. It's so fun to do if you like going to the bar, like go to the bar, okay? And stand there like in your energy and judge the hell out of someone. Be like, you are desperate. Like send it off and watch them like all of a sudden look at you and like, oh no, I'm being judged. Like maybe I should change my behavior. Like, oh my goodness. It's so fun. Okay, don't do that as a hobby, but go prove to yourself that you're that powerful with your energy and then turn it into love and acceptance and go give them a compliment and make them feel better so their mommy issues don't project while they're at the bar trying to pick someone up, okay? Just say, but be nice, but play with it. Go see how powerful you are and how you actually impact everything around you. Go prove it. And then everything you do, you're accountable moving forward. What are you offering? Number 2 is what energy are you bringing forward? Can you bring forward just love? You don't have to be all the time, by the way. I think that's bullshit. I love nothing more. Ready for this? Ready? Ready? If I triggered you, you're welcome. You're fucking welcome if I triggered you just by being me. I will never intentionally ever choose to be unkind. I will never choose to be a bitch to you. I will never choose to put you down or make you feel small. That is not my game. I have no interest in that. That's bullshit. But if I trigger you, you're welcome. Go look in the fucking mirror and discover what's holding you back. That's what I do at Walmart. Not really. I just walk, like whatever. I don't like low vibe energy and I find it overwhelming. And so I put on headphones and I listen to like Chinchilla or something and I just walk through Walmart and do my thing. And I don't want to be there. It's humans are stupid. And I'll be so happy when I can get the bunnies to not eat my garden so that I can just eat the food in my garden and live happily ever after with the bunnies. But the bunnies right now are like, for us, a salad? Thank you. And so there's nothing that I can grow right now. But we'll get there. We're working on unity. It's going to be a good time. When they're like, oh, that's for mommy. Okay. Because I'm mommy to everything. I don't fucking know. But one day the bunnies are going to be like, I respect your boundaries and I won't eat your lettuce. Even if I put, here's yours. Here's some carrots. And have a good time, bunnies. They're like, cool. We'll take everything. And survival energy. Okay. That was number 2. But it is like play with your energy. You got big stuff going on. Triggers are lessons. Sure fucking are. So amazing how people don't realize that though, and just get completely unglued. Like, it's so much fun. Just like, oh, look at you though. Okay. Oh, lovely. All right. If you want more information on the galactic stuff, you can email us at reachout@diamond.com. It's open. Like I don't care if there's fucking 500 people in there. You can all come. Like, I will extend my Zoom capacity for it. We've got lots of people signed up right now. Super stoked about that. And Amanda will support you in getting your registration with all of that. She's one of the admins here right now. She's helping out with that stuff. And hopefully I will see you there. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be intense though, because like I will be channeling the galactic councils. I do not work with the Galactic Federation of Light, and I do not work with Palladian energy, because I think that they have their own agenda and they are sneaky bastards. And I look at those that are channeling. So if you just pay attention to those that are channeling, this is a rant that's so unnecessary on a public platform, but let's go there. If you're looking at people who are channeling Palladian energy, chances are they're talking about the fear inundation. They're adding to the bucket of fear. They're adding to, this is what's wrong, and we've got to fight for justice, which is a vibration of adding to the already existing problem. It's the same vibration as the actual problem. So be very cautious with those that you are listening to. That's going to trigger a lot of fucking people, because there's some very predominant Palladian channeler who every time I see her fucking beautiful face, and she's so sweet, she's so beautiful, oh my God, I'm just like, baby girl, stop. Just adding to the fear problem. But anyways, discernment, darlings, discernment. All right, play with your energy number 2. Go to it. That was fun. I'm so happy I'm back. 2 weeks without doing this. I actually miss you guys. I very much appreciate, I'm playing with it. I very much appreciate the energy that you share and being in this space with me. Oh, it feels so good to be with like-minded energy, like-minded people, souls, whatever we are, stars. I don't know. What are we? Things. So thank you for being here and being a part of this journey with me. And I will see you next week. All right. Go to work. Go do the things. Go be all of the things that your mind can conceive you are. And until I see you next time, go look in the mirror, find 1,000,000 or at least 5 reasons to say thank you. I love you. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.